this video, we'll be exploring how the new Microsoft Q&A maker can easily assist you to create a questions and answer bot in seconds. So to start with, let's find the Q&A maker's homepage. So we go to the first link, which is www.qnamaker.ai. From the home page, you would have already needed to set up just an Azure account and started a Q&A resource in your Azure account. The next step is to create a knowledge base. So a knowledge base is basically a repository of questions and answers that the robot has got access to, and this could be a URL, it could be a PDF, it could be any form of database that is regularly updated, and the robot will go and look for the new questions and answers and update its knowledge base as well. So let's start with a simple Q&A service. So you'll see that you need to select which Azure directory you'll be using. So we're just selecting a default one. And under that Azure directory, you would have had a subscription, and then you also just would have needed to register a Q&A service. So it's picking up in this case automatically that I want to use English, but it's available in over 60 languages. The next step would be just to give your knowledge base an answer. So let's just call this knowledge base 2. So after this, the next step is to go and populate your knowledge base. So as I mentioned, this could be from URLs, PDFs, or a multitude of different information sources. So in our case, let's just go and find a frequently asked questions page. So in this case, we're looking at the Microsoft one. And when you navigate to this, you could see that this could be similar to your company's website. So it's got different categories. And when you start expanding these categories, you'll see that it's broken up into different questions. And under each question, it basically has a typical response. Now, there's no limit as to how big this could be. And as I mentioned, this could be in any format. It doesn't need to be a URL. We'll just go ahead and copy this URL, and then we'll paste it into the URL block for where it needs to find its questions and answers. The next one is if a user is engaging in regular chit-chat with your bot, what kind of responses would you like the bot to respond with? So it defaults to none, but this could also be in a professional way, in a friendly way, witty, caring, or enthusiastic. So let's go for friendly in this case. And finally, it's as simple as saying you want to create this knowledge base. Now, what's happening in the background is that the Q&A maker service is actually going to the source of information that you specified and extracting the information from that source. So basically, this is using an artificial intelligence model to interrogate the body of knowledge to extract what it sees as being questions out of that body of knowledge. Okay, so now the Q&A maker is just finishing up scouring our knowledge base or our source of information that we've given it. So now you'll see that it's identified question and answer pairs out of the source of information. So in each case, it proposes a specific question, and then it gives a proposed answer to this question. You can also add alternative phrasing, you can change what the question should look like, you can alter what the answer should be like, or you can go and delete these. These go down the page, and these go across multiple pages. So once you are ready with the questions and answers pair, you can go ahead and start testing this. So in this case, it's a very simple interface that will just give you the typical responses of the bot, but ultimately you'll just go and embed this in your company's website to take on the same look and feel, or you can attach this to an unattended mailbox or have it monitor any of your social media channels. So let's just go ahead and say hi. And if you remember correctly, we would have selected the whimsical kind of response to chit chat. So let's just go ahead and ask whether you can sing a song. Okay, so now let's simulate a situation that our customers would actually be asking of us on a typical consultant chat or on a Q&A session. So if I'm looking for more information on installing, for example, the Office products, I need more information on installing Office. You'll see that the bot has immediately identified that as one of the questions that it's got very useful information to, and it actually goes and provides links for us. So I see here that there's an Office for Mac. So let's ask the bot, what happens in the case that I don't have a Microsoft device, I've got an Apple device? And you'll see that the bot even picks that up as a valid question and goes ahead and proposes different Windows installations for non-Windows devices. Okay, so this was a very simple demonstration of the Microsoft Q&A Maker.